Bit of a boring one this week, unfortunately, due to the coronavirus lockdown. I really don't have time at the minute to do too much, just looking after the kids while the wife goes out and does her doctoring. So she's only a GP, she's not like emergency medicine, but she's still doing a lot of the COVID stuff. Anyway, so I haven't really had time to do much, but I got these a while back and I finally got around to building them. So you can see there is what we get. And problems with the Vallejo one, that's this one, so we'll see those when we get to them, but for now, Citadel Mega Paint Shelf 72, and underneath that in the same package is the Vallejo Mega Paint Stand 100, both from Tabletop Scenics, if you can see that through the glare of the lights. These were ordered off eBay. They arrived very quickly from the Troll Trader, I believe it was. If I remember, I'll put links in the description, but I probably won't, so if I don't, put a message in the comments and I'll remember to do it then. So this is basically just to help me organise my desk a bit better. Currently my desk is full of crap and all my paints are in like a aluminium flight case, which is just totally not optimal. This is to help me organise, because I am not organised. Let's get these unpackaged. Oh, that's a satisfying noise. Yeah, I don't even think I need the knife here. Okay, this is cool. There. Hang on, let me just get that off to one side so you can see that they are individually shiny and all my lights everywhere. So you can see there's the Vallejo Paint Rack 100 and the Citadel Mega Paint Shelf 72. I'm trying to angle that so you can't see the lights, but yeah. So we'll start off with the smaller of the two, and let's look at the Citadel Mega Paint Shelf. So we just need a little hole, and then we can... These don't look all that hard to put together, so... but you can smell the burnt MDF. Oh, I love that smell. Woo! There we go, and we've got a couple more bits there. Throw the rubbish down anywhere. So these bits are obviously just gonna... Nice thing about this is because it's not meant for terrain or anything, it's not something you're going to be putting on the tabletop and worrying about. You don't have to file it down at all. So no instructions, but hopefully it should be relatively straightforward. I can't really zoom out much more, but there... Yeah, you can see there's the light. There's the finished article. And not glued yet, so the bottom will come off. But let's have a quick look at the paint pots on it. So, hang on a second. So this is not the finished event, obviously. So do shade and the special paints fit? They do not. So your big pots do not fit on this. They will have to go on the top shelf. Somewhat disappointing, but understandable, I suppose. What about contrast paints? Let me find a contrast paint. No. No, 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 no. Yeah. There's an old tub of Black Templar. Yes. Ooh. 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 So contrast paints fit. Obviously the I'm just picking ones out at random here. Let's not put 2 tubs of lead belcher up, but we'll just show me as... So you get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 4 times 2. Carry the 1, 8 times 17, carry the 1. Yeah, 72. 72? 8 times 9? Yeah. Close enough. I'm too sober to think. So let's try one of the Vallejo style bottles. Yeah, it's too big for those, but again you can put them on top. Okay, that's all I wanted to know for that one. So I will glue that up. Alright, so we've got the first one built and in place, mostly. So let's get out the second one. This is the Vallejo paint rack one. So I just need to get her open. There we go, get it started. Put my knife down somewhere, as usual. These are relatively easy to open. The cellophane is quite thin. So this one's in a more firm packet. Hopefully it'll be easy enough to break apart though. So, as you can see, you get two separate sheets. So, let's start breaking these out. Alright, so slight situation with the Vallejo one. Oh, that needs a bit more glue. So you can see that the little indent for the thing is supposed to be pretty much in the middle of the riser, but if I flip this around without breaking, because these are quite fragile, you'll see that this one has had to be slightly hand carved out because it was offset. You can see there that the riser doesn't meet up with that because obviously both indentations are slightly off. So I'm hoping it doesn't impact the side panels I need to get stuck on, but it's a bit of a downer. Other than that, this is a nice kit, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to keep on building it. So there's the Vallejo rack built. It's more compact. So that's for 100 paints, and you can see the Citadel one behind it is for 72. That's not the fault of the Citadel rack being too big. It's the fault of Citadel for putting their paints in those pots. Because I can understand they're a bit newbie friendly because you can paint straight from the pot, but that's the wrong lesson to teach a newbie, to dip the brush straight into the pot. We all do it. Like, I mean, we're all lazy. And there's times when you're just doing a quick thing. You always say it's a quick thing, and you dip the paint in, or dip the brush into the paint, you know, and you do it, and it's fine. You know, you can make it work, but it's not the right way to do it. And those pots encourage that, and I just don't like them. But with this one, you can see that some of these ribs have had to be cut to fit. That one actually cracked slightly because I'm cutting and it's too close to the indentation is too close. That's the side I've cut, so the natural and the laser cut side is too close to that. I made it too thin and it snapped a little bit. It's still fine, it'll all still work. It's just whether or not you want to put the effort into making it. And the main effort I had to put in was trimming down the little tabs that fit into the slots that are cut here, and you can still see that some of them aren't fitting in. Like this one will not actually fit in, it is loose just because it cannot reach. So it still needs squeezed and clipped a little bit more and glued. And if I had a long clamp, I would clamp it while I glued it, but it'll do. I'm only using it to store paints. It's not that it's got to have, doesn't have to survive my 4-year-old, so it's robust enough for what it's going to do. It's literally going to sit at the back and have paints in it. So actually that's what I'm going to do now. So there's the two racks in place side by side. There are in fact, I hate this necklace, but I'm not taking it off because anyway. So you can see that the height difference between the two. So I'm just going to start loading some paints up on it. And I do need a new chair. Alright, there we have it. They're built. You can see how they're laid out. You can see the differences between the two side by side. A bit better maybe than you could before. So the main thing I would take away from this is that the Citadel one was really easy to put together and works fine. The Vallejo one was much more difficult to put together because essentially I don't know if it's the quality control, but just the overall quality. I mean, the wood's fine, it's just the cutting where the holes are. I mean, if you can see on the second from the top. If you look at that one, you can see that it is offset a fair amount than the other ones, and it just makes it very tricky to line everything up when it does that. It's still doable. I mean, you just have to cut some of the MDF away with a sharp craft knife and it all works fine. But you know, you might find yourself a better one if you buy it. I'm not going to say that they're all going to be like this. I've got one, so sample size one, not particularly good, but it's something to be aware of just when you're getting these, or if you do decide to get one. I mean, if you've got primarily Vallejo sized, you know, the dropper bottles, then you really got to go for the Vallejo one anyway, or a different manufacturer anyway. But that style, because they don't fit into the Citadel ones. Likewise, the Citadel pots don't fit into the Vallejo slots. So you're left with basically what your paint is. Most people, I would imagine, will probably have a fair collection of Citadel paints and a few Vallejo paints. I mean, most of my Vallejo paints are metallics. I got the metallic airbrush set, that was 16. I've got a white, I've got a couple of other ones as well, and then I bought dropper bottles to transfer some of my Citadel paints into. So they're both handy for me. Now, as a reference, I also have, let me just reposition the camera so you can see this, which I got off Amazon a fairly long time ago. The reason I don't like this as much is, although it's much better build quality, you can really notice the difference in the build quality with the white MDF and everything slot together perfectly on this. The problem is it takes up more desk space, and you know, this has got so 5 there, 5 there, 5, that's 20, 31, 41, 52. So you get 52 paints in this. That stores 100. The rack stores 100. So, you know, it's kind of like, it swings and roundabouts really. This one's nicer. Plus it's got spots for your brushes, but you know, plenty of ways to store your brushes. They're both good. I'm happy enough with that now that it's built. Let's put it that way. Would I buy another one? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if the quality control was good, if it was made the way it's meant to be made, it would probably be perfect. But it's just having to trim bits of MDF off to get it to fit is a real pain in the... Yeah. So, anyway, that's us. If you've made it this far, thanks very much for watching. There's another couple of videos there you can click on. You can click on the subscribe button if you want to. Like the video if you want to. Stick a comment down if you've anything to say. And in the meantime, happy wargaming. And I'll see you next time.